while this group of people were about to go and form a company up in the north, at a time when Highland region was considered to be a deprived area and was getting a special European grant, like various parts of Portugal. Loads of money was going into the Highlands, and these people formed a group called the Clown Jewels, and three of them were the ones I'd met at this festival. Three of them stayed the winter with me and my partner and the mother of my children, and went off in the spring of 1986 to form this company 900 feet up above Loch Ness at Drumnadrocket. And living in buses and teepees. This was before yurts appeared in our part of the world, and developing their circus skills and putting together fantastic shows for all the family, and taking them everywhere around the Highlands with this massive grant money that was coming in from the European Union, and taking double-decker buses and dismantling them, taking the roofs off and letting the sides come down and turning them into mobile stages, and terrific, expressive cartoon characters all over the buses. And they made a big impact in little places like Jura, they could get on the ferry. They could get on the ferry. Well, I don't know, I find it interesting because the storytelling I do is mostly libraries. In fact, it's mostly schools, and whichever way you look at it, arts festivals or whatever, it's government funded, and everybody's budget is squeezed, and it's very difficult now. There's something about celebration which people seem to refuse to abandon, and all the people that I've worked for over the years, most of the towns of Dumfries and Galloway, in their various arts festivals or carnivals or gala days, have booked us, or booked me, and people like Tony Bonning, and in fact all the folk here, except the long distance people, but my daughters who came down from Glasgow today, despite the recession, they find the money. Somehow they put in the applications. They sort of refuse to let the festivities fail. There's no one theme. There are themes that are favourite themes. I mean, they're nearly all traditional stories, so they've all filtered down through the generations, and they all have not morals in them. I try not to moralise, but they have messages and teachings and hopefully bits of wisdom in them. And the ones I tend to like are the ones where tricksters turn things completely on their head and basically hold up mirror. I mean, this is the clown coming out in me. You hold up the mirror and people see how silly it all is. That's one theme, and the other one I really like is unlikely heroes, where the despised, the contented, the lame, the so-called stupid, the one who has the daftest idea turns out to hold in their hand the next major discovery, and I love stories like that. And apart from that, stories of war and peace I'm got a particular interest in. I had a project I still run called War, Peace, Justice and Potatoes, and then the environmental ones. Yeah, and as much as possible, always, anywhere, try and make the story relevant to the place, the group, the people, what's on the classroom wall, what the weather's like outside, what time of year it is. I mean, it has to be relevant in as many ways as possible. I often ask them, what's your favourite project, and take it from there. Oh, that's funny, I'm quite interested in things like that as well, and then I'm off, Yeah, bless them, and they do love stories, despite, people say, oh, they don't have the attention span, or they're watching the telly all the time. They'll still sit and listen to stories. No pictures, except the ones that are in their mind, We talk about that as well.